Well, thanks for joining us again, and we're out here because we're talking about roads and sidewalks. Important part for all of our lives here in Greeley, and Keep Greeley Moving is one of the initiatives that went through that is getting some of that stuff to be in tip-top shape for us. We have Joel Hemesath, the Public Works Director of the City of Greeley, to talk about that today. Thanks for joining us, Joel.
Thank you, Brian, for having me.
Now, when we say roads and sidewalks, people think it's all part of just everyday life for your job, but Keep Greeley Moving is its own kind of animal, right? Can you tell us about what Keep Greeley Moving actually is for anyone that's not familiar with that term?
Sure. Keep Greeley Moving is a sales tax that the citizens have voted for in 2015, started in 2016. It's a 7-year tax for our infrastructure and roads, basically. It's for the maintenance of those. So we were very grossly underfunded back in the day, and so having this now has allowed us to have some income to take care of our roads throughout the entire city. So we've been chipping away at that, and we're in year 4 now. And so we're kind of halfway through and making some progress and improving our roads.
Well, it seems like just from personal experience that you guys have done a lot of work. It's very noticeable so far, so thank you guys for that. There's a lot of new projects coming up for 2020, but let's talk about 2019. We're wrapping up towards the end of the year. What kind of projects did you guys finish this year?
Sure. We work on some of the main roads. You'll see some of that. We worked on 47th Avenue this year, from 10th Street to 20th Street, and then south of the bypass as well. So some main roads caused some congestion and problems when it was going on, but we appreciate people working with us and getting through those week or two that those take sometimes on those major roads. But work on the mains there. We're in neighborhoods. 2/3 of our system is local roads, so it's important with this tax we want to get in and do neighborhoods. We're in the Sunrise neighborhood here. We did the first phase of that. It's a very impactful neighborhood. You come and see all these new paved roads. We work on the concrete in them, and it just makes a big difference in the neighborhoods. Last year we were in the Rolling Hills neighborhood north of the Westlake Shopping Center, and we actually won an award for it. So we're all excited with our contractor, Martin Marietta, that's helped us do top quality work and really improve our infrastructure from where it has been.
Mm-hmm. And at those neighborhood improvements, what kind of different work do you guys do as far as like the concrete you mentioned? What's all the different kinds? You don't just come in and redo the concrete, that's going to be a waste of money, right? But
Right. We look at areas we want to protect our investment in our asphalt. It's the most expensive part we're putting in. There are a lot of concrete needs with the Keep Greeley Moving. We did take over the curb, gutter, and sidewalk. Those historically were the property owners, but it wasn't something that was obvious to property owners, so we thought we'd roll that into it and make sure we take care of it because it protects our road as well and helps with drainage and access ramps on the corners. So with this, we get the corner ramps, we try to always get them fixed, and then curb and gutter to try to protect our road. And then we're trying to get the sidewalks if they're hazards out there, if they're real bad. They're just minor cracks. We're not able to get to all that right now. So maybe someday we'll be able to come back, but there's such a backlog we're finding of concrete needs. Some of the areas of our city are nearly 100 years old, so it hasn't been taken care of. Concrete lasts a long time, but not forever. So it'll take some time to get to some of those issues of concrete as well.
And if residents do have issues with concrete, something that is an unsafe thing, that they can just report on the Keep Greeley Moving website, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we have a form you can get on keepgreeleymoving.com, and there's a concrete form. You fill it out. We kind of have a good, the bad, the ugly kind of example, so you can see where maybe your issue ranks, and then we have a process we're actually trying to formalize right now that'll get back to you and let you know, and we'll come out and look at it, kind of measure it up, get a quantity, and kind of prioritize it accordingly. If it's a big hazard, we'll try to get at it as soon as we can, and then if it's not, we'll let you know it maybe down the road a little bit.
Yeah, I think one thing that a lot of people don't know that you guys don't have eyes on every square inch of concrete, so if you don't know it's broken, no way to fix it, right?
Right. Yeah. I asked that of all our infrastructure. That's a lot of stuff to take care of in a city our size, so we ask for people to report it. There's mechanisms through the city to report those things, usually online or call us, and whether it's a street light out, a pothole, or whatnot. But yeah, we need your help because we can't see all that infrastructure out there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So 2019, big year. Upcoming year for 2020, what kind of projects do you guys have on tap that people can look forward to or avoid?
Sure. Yeah, definitely be some cones out there. We'll be back in Sunrise doing the north half of Sunrise. We've been partnering up with Atmos. They're replacing a lot of gas lines in this area too and upgrading that infrastructure. So we let them come in, do their work, and then we come back and then pave the roads behind it. So it's a good partnership with Atmos. And so we'll be on the north half. We're trying to come in neighborhoods and not be disruptive on doing street here, street there. So we're trying to do a big area at a time. So that's why we did south half of Sunrise. We'll do north half this next year. We're going to do 25th Street out by Jackson Elementary. That's one that's kind of needed, east of 23rd Avenue. And so that's kind of our bigger ones. You'll see some work around on 10th Street as well. We'll continue that project, but that's not funded by Keep Greeley Moving, so it gets hard to kind of tell them all apart. There's a lot of different funding to take care of our infrastructure.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of the future and the funding, you said this was the 4th year out of a 7-year for the Keep Greeley Moving. What does the future entail? What do you need from residents to keep that going?
Well, we'll definitely be back in front of the voters. Our infrastructure, as soon as we pave the roads, our climate starts to degrade it immediately. So we'll need to continually work on roads and concrete and all of our infrastructure. So we'll put that before the voters, and hopefully they'll see that we're living up to our commitments and vote it in again, and we'll keep plugging away. We get people ask us about when's their road going to get paved, and I always tell them we'll get to it eventually. We do have a program that's on our keepgreeleymoving.com website that kind of shows our commitments, and we're going to live up to those. And then the next round, hopefully it'll get approved, and we'll do some more neighborhoods and arterials and collector roads. But we'll get to your road eventually. It may take some time, but we're a big city, but we're going to get there.
Yeah. How many road miles do we have to maintain?
We have almost 400 centerline miles. We call it 850 lane miles, so it's a lot of miles to keep up with.
That is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today, and good luck with the project in the future.
Thank you, Brian.
And you want to learn more? I said keepgreeleymoving.com. You can check out the maps to see what those priorities are, see some examples of what's been done, what's coming down the line, and just see where those tax dollars are going to help our roads and concrete just keep getting better every year. Keepgreeleymoving.com to find out more.